He might have forgotten many events in his life due to his brain condition, but one story he still remembers is when he accidentally fell into a borehole. In the year 2010, at 5 a.m. in the morning, Alex accidentally fell into a borehole that is 32 feet deep. The borehole is their main source of water at home.
When he was born, he did not cry immediately. So he had to be taken to the nursery, whereby he was admitted for few days, that's according to our mother, of which by the third day he had not yet cried. And you know, medically, a child crying at birth has got a lot of health implications.
Do you know your story can inspire, encourage, and uplift someone who has lost hope in life? If you wish to share your story with Orion Production, kindly reach us at My Story through our email address theorionproduction@gmail.com or through our WhatsApp number 0728654867 or call us on 0708286012. Visit us on all our social media platforms: on YouTube, The Orion Production; on Instagram, _Orion_production; on TikTok, the.orion.production. Don't forget to subscribe, follow, like, comment, and share. The Orion Production, home of inspiration.
My name is Wilson Kanoga. I'm appealing to you, to public, to people of God, to well-wishers. Currently I'm suffering from bone tumor cancer. It started when I was shot. It developed from chronic osteomyelitis, but because of the delay of treatment, it has escalated. Right now I'm stage 2 bone tumor cancer after being shot. It's affecting me. I'm supposed to be traveling to India as urgent as possible. I'm needed 3.2 million Kenya shillings to go to India for treatment. Anything that God will help you, medically, socially, emotionally, prayer-wise, God will bless you. That's my appeal in the name of God. Currently, I'm using drugs worth 28,000 Kenya shillings per month, which is difficult. I don't have parents, I don't have anyone to turn to except God. Please, I'm appealing to you in the name of God Almighty. Help me and save my life. God bless you.
I've traveled all the way to Bungoma County, where a baby boy was born, developed a breathing problem that affected his brain, and later on in life, developed a benign tumor that affected also the knee. Now we are here to explore his story. I'm here at his home area. We're going to engage him to find out what happened. How is he getting affected by the condition? I'm also going to engage his family and his brother just to find out more, because he also has a mental issue that affects him, so he cannot be able to talk well. But by the help of his family members, we are going to learn more. So stay glued. This is the special home to Alex Omulama. He was born here in the year 1993. Alex grew up living here up to now. He is 29 years old. Of all the areas in the world, Alex values his home as where his heart lies. Alex was born and later developed health complication on his knee due to a growth called benign tumor, a non-cancerous disease. He also battles breathing problem. He might have forgotten many events in his life due to his brain condition, but one story he still remembers is when he accidentally fell into a borehole. In the year 2010, at 5 a.m. in the morning, Alex accidentally fell into a borehole that is 32 feet deep. The borehole is their main source of water at home and was dark in his home environment. This completely worsened his health condition, and up to date, it has shattered his dreams. As a strong man, Alex has not given up in life. He still wakes up to start the day, moving around to try and find work that will earn him something. I got to interrogate Alex's brother to tell us his brother's root story.
My name is Mesha Komlama. Alex is my brother, is my immediate follower. And here is our home in Bungoma, Bungoma County, at a place called Kandui. Okay, from the stories of which my mother told us, when he was born, he did not cry immediately. So he had to be taken to the nursery, whereby he was admitted for few days, that's according to our mother, of which by the third day he had not yet cried. And you know, medically, a child crying at birth has got a lot of health implications, because medics say that the first cry enables the child to take the first breath, and then also it improves circulation to the brain. This means the brain is well perfused with oxygen, hence the brain functions normally. So from the stories that we normally get from our mother is that he did not cry immediately and was taken to the newborn unit and was discharged later, but cried after some days, but had a very weak cry. So from the stories we can actually conclude that he got a brain damage during birth. Yes.
So how has his disorder affected him? Physically, mentally, in the daily life?
Alright, because he's my follower, we were together during our childhood, playing together. Actually, he had a lot of problems in orientation and socialization. Number one, the speech during the early childhood, speech delayed. By the age of 6 years, he could not speak clearly. There are some words that he couldn't pronounce completely, and for him to communicate to you, it took somebody who stayed with him to understand how he mentioned some words. So communication was a big challenge during his early life. But as he advanced in age, communication improved, speech developed, and he could speak well, both English, both Kiswahili and mother tongue. But he had a challenge in schooling. He had difficulty in comprehending and memorizing events. So during the early life, he did not have that chance to access education.
Sasa, hebu tuambie jina yako na unaendeleaje?
Jina inaitwa Alex.
Alex nani?
Alex Omulama.
Alex
Omulama.
Omulama. Na nyumbani ni hapa Bungoma? Unaendeleaje hapa? Unaendeleaje hapa? Maisha iko aje?
Naendelea tu vizuri.
Okay. Hebu tuelezee story yako tu kwa ufupi tu kidogo tu. Uko na challenge gani?
Niko na talent kama ya kutafuta kazi.
Kutafuta kazi?
Lakini nikiona hata kwa
hujapata kazi yoyote.
Naweza kupata kazi kama hiyo ya kulima.
Unaweza lima? Kabisa? Nini ingine unaweza fanya? Ama hiyo ya kulima? Na naona uko na shida ya miguu. Miguu inakupeleka vizuri? Iko aje? Naona unashindwa kutembea. Utaweza kulima? Utaweza? Hebu tuelezee story yako. Mguu nini ilifanyika?
Yaani ilikuwa vile nilikuwa hiyo shuleni, Vile nilikuwa hiyo shuleni hata siku moja, halafu siku moja akaniamsha asubuhi na mapema niende kwa bafu. Halafu sasa ndio shida ikaanzia hapo sasa. Yaani nilianguka ndani ya kisima.
Aya, ndio ukakuwa na shida ya mguu. Ndio ukapata shida ya mguu.
Sijakuelewa vizuri.
Nilikuwa nauliza wakati ulianguka kwa kisima ndio shida zilianzia hapo sasa. Shida ya mguu, si ndio? Alafu sasa nini kafanyika after ulianguka?
Yaani hapo hiyo nilianguka ndani ya kisima. Sasa na shule zikanikata.
Wakakataa usiende shule? Kwa nini walikukataa? Juu ulikuwa na shida?
Nilikuwa na shida ya hii mguu.
Na madhe kukutafutia shule ingine? Ama baba? Ama walikutafutia kiko wakakukataa? Walikataa? So ukabaki nyumbani? Mpaka leo?
Mpaka leo.
Na walikupeleka hospitali?
Walinipeleka huko Eldoret na huko Nairobi na huko town.
Town wapi? Bungoma?
Bungoma town.
Alafu wakajaribu kukutibu.
Alafu wakasema kuna growth hapa ndani.
Alafu after walisema hivyo wakajaribu kukutibu. Na sasa wakati sasa walikukataza kwenda shule, wewe ulikuwa unatamani kufanya nini ukimaliza shule?
Natamani kazi ya kulima. Na kazi kama ya kuendesha boda. Na kazi kama hiyo ya kuendesha tuktuk.
Kutafuta pesa, biashara. Lakini sasa juu uko na shida ikakuwa ngumu. Hiyo ndio kazi ulikuwa unatamani.
Since the accident, most of the schools in Bungoma County declined to admit Alex Omulama due to his physical condition and also his inability to comprehend properly in class. Even though it is sad and painful situation for Alex, he still fights on to fit in the society.
He had to go to school. Teachers,
like others.
Yes.
Yeah.
Teachers understood him that he had a mental problem. So they could assist where they could. But again, in his early life, at around 7 years, he developed breathing complications, whereby at night he could be sleeping and suddenly wake up because of a lot of snoring that was obstructing the airway. He was not breathing properly. So he was taken to Bungoma Hospital, County Referral Hospital, and was checked by an ENT specialist. And the specialist discovered that he had an issue called adenoid hypertrophy, whereby there are some organs on the airway called adenoids, whereby they grow and obstruct the airway, hence cannot breathe properly. So a surgery was done, whereby the adenoids were cut, and at least he could breathe well. Sometime later, they grew again. So a second surgery was also done
to
remove the adenoids. But up to now, the breathing issue has at least been sorted. He is breathing well.
Okay. And what about now his physical condition?
The physical condition.
Unable to work properly. What happened?
In 2007, late 2007.
Yeah.
By then, our father was still around.
Yeah.
he began complaining of pain at the knee, on the right knee, just pain. He was taken to,
nowhere?
yeah, it just, it was an acute pain.
It just developed.
Yes, he was taken to Bungoma Hospital again, county referral.
Yeah.
X-rays were done, of which the knee was normal. Came back home. After some time, the knee began to swell. Just the right knee only. Again, taken back to hospital, X-rays done, even an MRI done. There's a test called an MRI, done at Eldoret.
Yeah.
It revealed there was a growth on the right knee.
The right knee.
Yes, but before the MRI was done, he had undergone a series of physiotherapy sessions, but it did not yield positive results. So after the MRI was done in Eldoret Hospital,
Yeah.
it revealed there was a growth on the right knee. Doctors called it a benign tumor. They just said that, by then they said it's a tumor.
Yeah.
So doctors were not sure if the tumor was cancerous
Yeah.
or not cancerous. So first surgery
Yes, was done
was done in 2011.
at the Eldoret Hospital.
St. Luke Orthopedics and Trauma Hospital Eldoret. A tissue was removed for biopsy,
Yeah.
and the results came that the growth was not cancerous. So doctors called it a benign tumor. It was not a cancerous tumor. Was put on treatment,
Yeah.
and when he was discharged, with a drain on the right knee. It was draining some fluid.
On the knee.
Yes. After the first surgery, he greatly improved. The swelling subsided, but he could not walk without the aid of crutches, because he had an issue with body balance and posture.
Maybe for sake of understanding, what really causes that particular issue that he has?
Okay, the swelling on the knee,
Yeah.
it was something
From nowhere.
acute. It just began. But I remember after the swelling had developed at some time around 2010, he had a home accident at around 5 in the morning when we were preparing to go to school.
Yeah.
We were leaving around 2010.
2010.
Yeah.
So
We were,
home accident, what happened?
we were at home, and there were a number of students or pupils who were going to school. So one of us opened the borehole to draw water, and didn't close it after drawing the water.
Yeah.
So when he woke up accidentally, he fell in the borehole. But one of my cousins was around, so she screamed, and we heard, but we managed to get him out of the borehole.
How
But
deep was the borehole?
the borehole, by the time it was being dug, it was around 32 feet. But he didn't sustain any head injuries, because scans were done. The head was normal. The brain was not affected by the injury that he got. So maybe the falling in the hole also worsened the situation on the knee.
On the knee. But the problem he has is something that was not caused by the home accident. Was
No,
something that
it
just
began.
came?
The home accident happened after the knee problem had developed. It was already in existing when the home accident occurred. Yes.
So the accident accelerated
Could be,
issue.
but from the doctor's reports, they say it's a benign growth.
Yeah.
So maybe the doctors can understand more. But they explained to us that the growth on the knee is a benign growth, whereby it's not cancerous. Yeah.
And is the problem genetic? Because now it came naturally.
Now in our family, there's no one with such a problem. He's the only one.
And how is it coming naturally? Did the doctors try to explain the root cause of the particular issue on the knee?
Yeah, but the time he was being treated actively, I was in school. Maybe I didn't get some information, but some growths just occur themselves. There is no known cause for some growths.
Yeah.
They explained that some growths, there is no pointer that this is the cause of this growth.
Yeah.
They just grow by themselves. There is no pointer to the cause.
Yeah. Okay. Now let's focus on his life now. How have you been able to cope up with his condition, trying to motivate him to move on with life, not to give up, to try and support him? What are some of the things you have tried to do to support him?
We ensure that we first ensured that he gets education up to the level that he could. That's why he can read some words.
Yeah.
He can scribble his name. You can see him writing the name Alex. He can. He can also read some letters,
Yeah, I can
numbers.
see he has dreams.
Yeah. At least just that's because of accessing school.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
What level did you take him to school?
up to class 5, but it was just because the teachers understood and they allowed him to go to the next class, but actually he was not at the level of that class because he could not comprehend.
What else have you done maybe to support him now?
Just enabling him in socialization,
Yeah.
whereby we go to him with him to school, to church, Sunday school. Sometimes there are prayer sessions for him, and also the community around understands him, whereby he cannot, even the family understands him. He cannot be left alone. There must be somebody who is around to check on him because he's prone to accidents. He has got a challenge in body balance and posture. Movement is a problem. He can't cook for himself. There must be somebody who cooks for him. Do hygiene, help him in cleaning clothes. He must be assisted. So we have stepped in.
How old is he?
He's now around 27, 28 years.
And with her condition, with his condition, have you been affected because of that? Maybe psychologically.
Yeah, we have.
Maybe your family as a whole.
Yeah, we have because number one, it's expensive. The surgeries that he has undergone are expensive. Number two, you have to sometimes incur cost. During traveling, he has to have a special in which he travels. Even in the environment, accessing the toilets, it must be in a position whereby he does not have to squat because the knee is swollen. So you have to modify the home environment to suit his condition. So you can use the toilets whereby people sit, or if it's at home, these pit latrines, you can use a jerrycan whereby you cast that he just sits on the jerrycan and uses the toilet. So environmental adjustment has been done, but at times it's stressful, but we have managed to cope. Yeah.
And with the number of activities to try and maybe treat him, I can see you have tried a lot. You have visited various hospitals.
Yes.
Can we now say this is now the end of the road for him?
No, not the end of the road, because as we are speaking now, we are looking for funds so that he goes and sees a orthopedic specialist again in Eldoret, because it's costly. And now he's over 18, he can't access our mother's insurance, so it has to be by cash or this insurance of the national scheme, but that one has got a little allocation, so you have to chip in with your funds, other funds. But we can't give up, we'll try.
That is now for the physical part, right?
Yeah, for the physical part.
What about now the mental part?
The mental part, the medic says it is irreversible. Yeah, so it's something that he has to live with it, and we have to understand how to accommodate him. So the mental part is irreversible.
And with that now, do you think maybe the government has not done enough? Maybe try and find solutions to such problems, health issues?
Yeah, the government.
Now we have not yet found a solution.
Yeah, the government, on my part, you cannot expect the government to help you much. But I remember there was a time someone came here at home and registered him with people with disabilities, and said that there are some money that they will be getting after some specific period of time, of which he has not got any money. But he was registered with people living with disability. But on my part, you can't expect. I don't remember. Maybe I confirm with my mother.
We also have National Council for Persons with Disability. Have you tried to register that?
Oh, I just remember he was registered, but maybe I found out from my mother. But I know he also has an ID for the people with disabilities. Maybe just I will check and communicate to you.
You cannot know much about that.
Yes.
Maybe you try and also engage your mother.
Yeah.
Find out more. about what's happening. Thank you so much.
Welcome.
My name is Wilson Kanoga. I'm appealing to you, to public, to people of God, to well-wishers. Currently I'm suffering from bone tumor cancer. It started when I was shot. It developed from chronic osteomyelitis, but because of the delay of treatment, it has escalated. Right now I'm stage 2 bone tumor cancer after being shot. It's affecting me. I'm supposed to be traveling to India as urgent as possible. I'm needed 3.2 million Kenya shillings to go to India for treatment. Anything that God will help you, medically, socially, emotionally, prayer-wise, God will bless you. That's my appeal in the name of God. Currently, I'm using drugs worth 28,000 Kenya shillings per month, which is difficult. I don't have parents, I don't have anyone to turn to except God. Please, I'm appealing to you in the name of God Almighty. Help me and save my life. God bless you.
Do you know your story can inspire, encourage, and uplift someone who has lost hope in life? If you wish to share your story with Orion Production, kindly reach us at My Story through our email address theorionproduction@gmail.com or through our WhatsApp number 0728654867 or call us on 0708286012. Visit us on all our social media platforms: on YouTube, The Orion Production; on Instagram, _Orion_production; on TikTok, the.orion.production. Don't forget to subscribe, follow, like, comment, and share. The Orion Production, home of inspiration.